Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of the HermitPack. In today's episode, we're going to be working on setting up an AE system, a proper one, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, this is currently our refined storage room. My goal is to ultimately do away with refined storage and move up entirely over to applied energistics. Partially because that's kind of what we've all decided to do as a server, hoping that it helps with server performance, and partially because I just prefer applied energistics. It's a mod that I'm a bit more familiar with and that I really kind of enjoy playing around with as well. So ultimately we're going to end up scrapping our refined storage system entirely and just using applied energistics, although we may use refined storage just for fluid. Maybe. I haven't decided on that yet. That may be a thing. We'll see. But I have got pretty much all the stuff that I need to get going here. So I made 2 ME drives, and I made 20 16K storage cells. I like the 16Ks. I think they're a good balance between number of items and all the other stuff. So number of items and then... Wow, totally lost my train of thought. Number of items and number of different items, because in applied energistics, there is a limitation, and I've already talked about this in a previous episode, so I'm not going to go into great detail, but basically, all the drives in applied energistics, why am I seeing all these facades? I don't want to see those. There are way too many facades. Control right-click. There we go. There. Much better. So, sorry about that. In applied energistics, all the various drives hold stuff, but they can only hold 63 different types of items. And I find that the 16Ks are the best balance, in my opinion, between size and number of items that they can hold. And then on top of that, they're also relatively inexpensive. They're not like super pricey like the 64Ks are a lot pricier. So I think we're going to go primarily with 16Ks, which is also what I've done with these disk drives from refined storage. Now we have a lot more a lot of different items in here that I only have like one of. So we're going to have to kind of be careful. And the other thing is that applied energistics has channels. So even though my refined storage system has this cable that goes all the way down here, and then I can just magically hook up all of these quantum storage units, which, by the way, I also have been told that I need to get rid of these quantum storage units and swap these over for storage drawers instead. I'm not going to be able to do this, where I have one cable that just magically connects all these things. That's a limitation within applied energistics. So you need to hook up, a standard cable can connect 8 things to it, if I remember correctly. And I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's been a little while since I've used applied energistics. A standard applied energistics cable can connect 8 things to it. And if you want to go beyond that, you need these dense cables. And dense cables, I believe, off the top of my head, can support up to 24 things. And each of these rows is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Each of these rows is 13 blocks. So I'm going to need basically a dense cable for pretty much each of these rows, I think, because ultimately I will be expanding these out even farther to support more and more different types of items. So yeah, that's going to have to be a thing. So we're going to have to use some tricky, sneaky channel mechanics to get this working. But I think the first thing to do is to get our actual applied energistics system kind of up and running, if you will. And start getting some of the items from in our refined storage system here and get a lot of these items transferred over to our ME drive. So I think the way that I actually want to do that is I think I actually want to make another refined storage controller to basically create a separate network that I will run this process off of. I think that's probably better because I don't want to pull all of these items that are in quantum storage units. I don't want to pull those out of here. I want to leave those in the quantum storage units. I do want to transfer all the items that are in these disk drives over to our ME system, on the other hand. So that's kind of my plan. Let's just see. I don't have an energy acceptor in there. I know I've got one outside, though. So let's, and actually, we should really just tear down that little temporary applied energistics crafting setup that we have over here. This really needs to go anyway. Wow, I did not realize that I had all these here. Hi. Okay, so let's just go ahead and tear this stuff down. Let's just get rid of it for now. Like so. That should be good. Okay. And then let's turn that off. Put all of that stuff in there. Turn that back on. Grab all of these. And now we should have pretty much all the things with us for our system. And that looks super terrible. What do I need? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Let's just do that. We'll just patch this hole like so. Okay, good. So now that we have all that stuff, let's see if we can set this up. And hopefully I'll have all the circuitry and stuff like that I need, because I'm not entirely sure that I do. Let's see here. So we have our controller. And I'm just going to set this up right here in this room temporarily. So let's put this here. Let's grab a quantum entangleporter, which I'll put right here. And we'll set this to power. And make sure, okay, it is outputting power on all sides. That's good. That's what we want. And then we also want to set up our energy acceptor right here and grab an ME controller. There we go. And we can put that here. That'll power this. So that way we can run our ME system like so. And let's just grab all these. And temporarily, I'm just going to toss them in here. Then where are those drives? I think they're all still in here. Are they not? Ah, here we go. 16K storage cells. Let's just grab all of those and toss them into here. Oh, am I one short? Was there one that I didn't grab? Ah, sure enough, I missed one. Oh, how did that happen? There we go, much better. Okay, so we've got our ME drives. Now I'm also going to need a way to access that and actually see what's in it. So let's go Applied Energistics, and what I need is a crafting terminal. And I think we have... Okay, so that's not too bad. We will need a crafting bench. And then we go down the rabbit hole of interface screens, because we need this. We need all this stuff. So, illuminated panel, I can make easily enough. I do need a destruction core and a creation core, though. Or an annihilation core, or whatever they're called. They're all the same. Which also means that it looks like I need to crush some Fluix crystals to get Fluix dust. Can I get that from crushing? Let's see. No, it has to be actual Fluix crystals. It can't be the pure ones. Okay. Good to know. So, Fluix crystals. Let's just crush these up, get some Fluix dust. We'll need them. They are going to get used, for sure. So let me get that made. Let me get a little bit of this stuff set up, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back. So we've got our terminal here. This should all be good. If I can toss items into this, and we'll see it'll start storing them in the system. So everything is good. Now what I need to do is I need to import the stuff from these disks, and we might as well start with this one, since this one has such a small amount of actual stuff in it. We might as well start here. And we'll go like that. And then, exporter is only going to export. It won't export everything, I don't think. But if I put a chest here, and we say export to here, yeah, so it's not just going to automatically export everything in the system. Oh, this is going to be annoying. That means it might actually be faster to do this by hand, unless there's some sort of a way to... disk manipulator, maybe? What does the disk manipulator do? I don't know. Network casing, influence relay, receivers. Destructor, constructor, reader, writer, detector. Yeah, I don't know that there's a way to just, like, transfer everything in the refined storage system all at once. I think... that's very unfortunate. Because, I mean, there's some things here. And actually, I need another crafting grid. Maybe I can steal one from somewhere else in the base, like right here, just temporarily. Do. Just ignore. You saw nothing. Okay, there we go. So, what's in here? Wow, a lot of iron and stuff. So some of this stuff, I think it would be faster for me to just grab it and transfer it like this. You know what I mean? Just kind of do one of these and just basically put it all in, right? Some of the stuff, it'll be faster to do it that way. Look at that. That's 24 types of items already. Man, I might need a lot more of these drives than I thought. That worries me. That worries me a lot, actually. Tell you what, guys, let me work on this for a little bit, and I'll come back to you in a minute. All right, guys, I am back. So I have basically filled up almost 4 of these drives, and in here I've got 5 more items. Now, this is where Applied Energistics is actually going to be kind of useful. So let's grab some 1, 2, 3 speed upgrades and then a stack upgrade. Let's toss those into this exporter right here. And then we also need to make ourselves an importer or an import bus, I'm sorry. We need to make one of those. And that is going to be essentially the importer for Applied Energistics. So what we'll do is we'll say, hey, this chest is getting stuff. Anything that comes out of this chest, go in and send it into the ME system. That's essentially our plan. Now, we need that to go here, like so, right? So it's connected to the ME controller. And then we also need to give it some acceleration cards, or this is going to take, like, all day. And we don't have all day. So let's do one of those. I think I have another acceleration card in here. Looks like I don't, but I can make one. There we go. And toss that in. Okay, so now this should import everything into here. So what we'll do is we'll take one stack of each of these items that's in our little refined storage system, and we'll say, hey, export these things to this chest. And it's going to start pulling stuff out of there. And these acceleration cards will not, they won't be able to really keep up, but they'll do a decent job for now. And I don't think the capacity card might actually speed things up a little bit. The other interesting thing is that with refined storage, there's no like warming up period. And actually, this is one of the reasons apparently that that applied energistics systems are more performance friendly. Applied energistics systems, when they import an item, they have like a warming up period where they have to take a minute to kind of build up to their full import speed. Whereas with refined storage, it's almost instant. And what that means is that this exporter is checking like every tick to see if it can export stuff, whereas the energy acceptor, or I'm sorry, the applied energistics import bus has like a warming up period once it's actually able to be used. So these are all done except for what? Why does this say stored to? What's stored? There's nothing here. Huh. Weird. Whatever. What if I put it all back? No, it still says it's storing stuff. I don't know what in the world it could actually be storing, though. It's not this stuff. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Let's put our crafting grid back. And then this stuff can go into the applied energistics system, just like so. And we can just hold on to it in there. Now that used up 4 disk drives completely, and used up a decent chunk of, well, yeah, it didn't really use up too much of that 5th one, but that's good. These ones I have a feeling are going to take a bit longer. So, and actually, you know what might be faster is to go here. And maybe it would just be faster to grab the drives and just transfer the drives over instead of transferring the whole disk thing. Like, that might be a better option. And, of course, there's a whole bunch of this stuff in here, too. I don't need all of these different things. I just need, like, one of each. And some of these bigger items, we can essentially tell it to do the work for us. So some of that stuff will just get automatically poofed over, which is what we want. And then we can focus on the smaller items that I only have a handful of, like this stuff down here. All right, guys, I am back. I've got another set of 10 disks transferred, and I'm actually really happy. That did not even use another storage cell. So that means a lot of the stuff is doubled up and was spread across multiple refined storage drives. So that's actually really good. And it means we're getting a lot closer to having what we need here. So this is good. This is very good. Let's do that. I'm assuming, yep, look at that. Instantly filled up with some of those items that are kind of high number, high value up here. So, not too surprised. Let's start transferring this next set over. All right, guys, I am back. So I have everything transferred over from these discs. It took a little while. Actually, it took a very long while, but that's okay. It's fine. We're doing just fine. So now, and actually, I had a little bit of room left to spare, miraculously enough. So now, I think the next step is to essentially transfer this over. And I'm trying to remember how I was importing stuff. I think my import chest was actually up there? Which is going to complicate things because we're going to need a whole bunch of... Oh, actually, let's change this too. JEI synchronize. There we go. So what we're going to need is a whole bunch of these import buses, which also means that we're going to need a whole bunch of those guys, which require nether quartz, which apparently I don't have. Oh, you know what? I probably have a thing. Yeah. I have a thing for nether quartz. That's why it's... Yeah. Okay. So... quartz, like so. Okay, let's just make like 12 of these guys. Let's turn all those that we have into sticky pistons and import bus. No? Because my iron is also... This is the annoying thing about transferring stuff. There we go. All right, so that gives me 29 import buses. That is a relatively large amount. So that should be fine. Excuse me. So now, I need to make sure that stuff is importing. We also are really going to need another couple drives. Like, what we have right now is just not gonna cut it. So I think temporarily let's hook up a couple of these. Just like 2 of these to here. We'll just fill them. They're going to start filling up with stuff from all of our farms and things like that. But I just need a bit of like a storage buffer. In fact, let's just do one. Let's just do the one. And it's still importing. Wow, that's insane. Okay, that's fine though. So we've got our import bus now. Now I'm going to need cables. And we're probably going to need more cables than that. Let's just take a look and see if we can hook this up. So over here, it's getting night as well. Let's sleep real quick. Probably a good plan. We'll just take a real quick sleep. I'm trying to think about how I can do this in such a way that I can have kind of a seamless transition, and I'm pretty sure that right here, this is my importer, which then goes all the way down there. And there's a lot of refined storage cable all over the place. So it's going to take me a while to replace all that, and right now I don't actually have enough space to... or enough, like, cable, or storage space for that matter. Like, I need at least 2 more ME drives, to feel comfortable with setting this up the way that we have. So, let's just see, I can make 1. What am I still missing? Iron? Iron. Iron is easy. Iron I can do. There we go. So we'll make 2 more ME drives. And then for that, Let's see. For 10 more 16K discs, I do actually have one already made. But I'm going to need basically a stack of these, which means I need redstone. I wish there was a way to, like, link these up. That would be amazing. If I could just, like, poof, we have stuff. There we go. So let's make a stack of 1K storage components. And then we can take those and turn those into a stack, wow, 44Ks. I actually have enough for quite a few of these guys then. Nice. That's not bad. And then finally, here, but I'm missing quartz glass. And quartz glass is made using nether quartz dust. We'll just make a stack. 16K. Oh, nope, that's the wrong 16K. Here we go. So I need 15 of these. No, I need 19 of these. What? Did I not have enough? Oh, I needed 40 of those. Right? Am I mathing correctly? I feel like I'm not mathing correctly. 20. Yeah, I need 60. I need a 60. Okay, yeah. So let's just make one more stack of those. Go back to our 4Ks. Make another stack of those. There we go. And then our 16Ks. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then we can turn those, which also require redstone, because it appears I'm out of redstone now. Let's just toss this stuff in here. And I need more quartz glass. Ah, it never ends. It's like the never-ending crafting rabbit hole with some of these mods, I'll tell you. Man. And I don't think I have... Well, I should actually be okay. Nope. I'm going to be a little bit short. All right, let me finish making this stuff, guys, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back. So I've got all of these 16K storage cells made. I think we're good. Let's see if I can set this up right here. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I suppose what we're going to have to do... Nope, that was a bad... That was a bad plan. That was a very bad plan. You know what? Let's just put all these storage cells over here. This will give me plenty of inventory space. There we go. So what we're going to do is take our ME controller, and I'll put the ME controller temporarily right here. Okay? So this will be fine. Actually, no. Let's put the... We really need to keep the refined storage system online, at least temporarily. So let's maybe put this here. There's really no purpose for these guys at the moment. So let's put the energy acceptor. Actually, you know, it'd look kind of cool. So if we put the energy acceptor there, the ME controller here, temporarily, and ran... Oh, all my energy conduits are somewhere else, aren't they? Of course. Okay, change of plans. Energy acceptor there. ME controller there. Ultimately, this ME controller is going to be a lot bigger. Like, way bigger. But, for the moment, we have to make do with what we got. So let's go ME drive, ME drive. Then we fill that up, And we have stuff. We'll put our other ME drive over there. We'll grab this glass cable and put a crafting terminal right here so that we can actually access it, which is, a little bit important. And then the rest of this stuff we'll put elsewhere. And last but not least, that ME drive goes here. We put all of those in. Ooh, that was a bad plan. Because that one has a ton of stuff in it. That's all right. I'll deal with that in a minute. In here, there we go. There's all my storage disks. Let's just fill these guys up. And that'll give me a lot more confidence as we switch this system over. Because the last thing I want is... Why do I feel like I'm missing one? Did I miscount? No. I didn't miscount, but I did miss one. There we go. That gives me a lot more confidence about using this. Just because I know that I have a lot of overflow space, which is really very important. And then I can extend this controller like that. Mostly just for aesthetics, honestly, but that's fine. Okay, so that's good. Now, we need to import stuff. And in order to do that, I'm going to need a huge amount of cable. Or, what may be smarter would be to simply move this chest, right? Because this stuff is outputting on our power channel. And that's where most of this stuff is coming from. A good chunk of it's also coming from this quantum quarry, which is, well, no, that's off. So none of it's coming from there at the moment. So it's basically all coming from the quantum entangloporter. So I could just move this guy and it should be fine. So with that in mind, let's go. Do I have a diamond chest? I do have one. Okay. This is good. Let's put you. Well, do I really need any of this at the moment? As far as... I mean, obviously I'm going to need access to all that stuff. Decisions. I really don't know. We've got the disk drives. We just need a billion storage buses and dense cables and all sorts of crazy stuff. But I do want things to get imported into here. I feel like before I do that, though, I really should have all the storage bus stuff hook up. Otherwise, we're just going to flood our ME system with items that we have currently quantum storage units for. So maybe we stay with the refined storage system just a little bit longer. Just keep it just a little bit longer. Not long, just a little. And we'll see if we can't sort this out. So let's see here. We got... That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably don't even need that many. Let's just stick with the first 8 and call it good. Okay, and then we've got this controller here. We'll run this cable like that. I'm going to break this. We'll put this controller here with a crafting grid there, a disk drive there with disks in it. And then what I need is 1 refined storage cable to put right there. And that should power this up, I thought. Why you no have power? You are plugged in with cable control. What? I'm confused now. Unless this guy... No, that's a controller. I mean, I do have a controller here. What if I get more cable? Oh, maybe it's confused because I've already got a controller on the network? Maybe that's what it is. In fact, I bet you that's what it is. I'll bet if I put this stuff here... No? Ignore redstone signal. Cable keep you power. Yeah, you have power. Crafting grid. Ah, gotcha. There we go. And then we'll do our fluid grid there. That should work. Gets this weird lighting glitch for some reason, but whatever. It's fine. And that lets us access what we need right here. So that even though we're in the process of transferring over to a applied energistic system, we still have access, at least, to these items and these things. And most importantly, all of our really big items that we have crazy amounts of way down there until we can get storage buses and all that kind of stuff. So I think this will do for the moment. Guys, unfortunately, though, I am out of time for this episode. So my friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.